My name is Iris Crawford, and I'm a correspondent with Oakland Voices.
And I'm Azucena, Rasilla, a reporter with the Oaklandside.
We're here to tell you about Measure QQ, one of 4 Oakland ballot measures in this year's election. Azucena, what can you tell us about this measure?
Here's what you need to know. If it's approved by voters on November 3rd, Measure QQ would allow 16 and 17-year-olds in the city to vote in Oakland school board races.
So just to be clear, the measure wouldn't lower the voting age altogether?
No. For every other local race and ballot issue, the minimum voting age will remain 18.
So if passed, what exactly would happen next?
The City Council, OUSD, and the Alameda County Registrar's Office will come together to develop a plan, and the change will take effect during the next local election in 2022. Iris, you looked into who's supporting the measure, right?
Well, in May, the City Council voted unanimously to place this measure on the ballot, and a number of local student organizations are also backing Measure QQ.
What's their argument?
They say getting young people engaged in the political process at an earlier age will help them develop a lifelong habit of voting. They also point out that young people are already some of the most politically engaged members of our community, and they should also be allowed to express themselves at the ballot box. But Azu, I know you spoke to some students who would be impacted by this. What did they say?
I spoke to several students, but one, Iksha Arista, stood out. Iksha is a member of the City Student Council, and she said that giving Oakland youth a political voice, it's more important than ever, given all the challenges students are facing now with distance learning. Iris, did you speak to any voters who opposed this measure?
Yes, indeed I did. Overall, I encountered a lot of support for the measure, but one parent I spoke to did express concern about whether 16 and 17-year-olds were mature enough to make an informed decision about who they would want their school board members to be.
And that pretty much sums up the counter argument, right?
Yes, and apparently quite a few people hold that opinion. One poll from last year showed that 84% of voters nationally are against lowering the voting age to 16.
So this push to lower the voting age is happening in other cities too?
It's actually an idea that's been gaining steam since 2013, when 16 and 17-year-olds in Tacoma Park, Maryland, won the right to vote in city elections.
And the whole idea of lowering the voting age goes back even further. Before the 26th Amendment was passed in 1971, the voting age was 21, not 18.
Right. So maybe Oakland's measure is just one part of a larger story that's still being written.
And that's what you need to know about Measure QQ.
Thanks for watching.
Hi there, I'm Howard D., a correspondent with Oakland Voices. We hope you found this video informative. If you'd like to know more about voting and this year's local races, you can find more about Oakland election coverage at oaklandside.org and at oaklandvoices.us. And remember, Election Day is November 3rd.